Have you ever wondered what the best indicators are? The best indicators that make you a lot of money while trading Forex? Well, I have as well, and I spent a lot of time online searching for indicators, looking at what the gurus are doing to make a lot of money while trading. And you know what I found? Well, money management and psychology are more important. Who knew, right? It's not like every book ever has told us this. However, I did find some really interesting indicators. How would you like an indicator which shows you stop loss clusters? Essentially where everybody's placing their stop losses. Well, do you think the market might like to stop loss hunt right through that zone? And do you think that might give you some key information that could potentially make you a more profitable trader? Yeah, that's what I think as well. So in this video, I'm going to be exploring various indicators, the indicators I use to make a lot of money. Now, these indicators I use primarily in the Forex markets, but they can often be used in gold and silver and stocks and commodities and crypto, Bitcoin, you name it, they can all be used in those things. I have some key criteria I use when it comes to selecting which are the best indicators for me, the ones that help me trade the best. And primarily, I want them to save me time. I want to be able to look at the charts and find out exactly where I should be focusing my efforts. I do not want to spend hours and days and weeks in front of this machine. It drives me nuts. And I have things to do in my life, like rock climbing. So basically, I want indicators to save me time. To do that, they must show me which markets to trade, which currency pairs, whether I should be in gold or not. That is key. The other thing they must do is they must show me entries. So when a pullback is happening, I love indicators that can show me when a pullback is happening. That gives me the ultimate edge, because then I just know to start looking at that currency pair, waiting for the entry to take it in the direction of the trend. That saves me so much time. It's great in my opinion. The other thing I like is sentiment indicators. I love looking for the really extremes in the sentiment, and I'd like to trade against those sentiments for mysterious reasons, because they say that 90% of Forex traders are wrong. So if you go against the sentiment, then you're probably going to be right. Well, that's the theory anyway. It doesn't always hold water, but it's an edge, and it's an edge I like to look at. So that's what I'm going to be sharing with you guys in these videos. Let's get to the video. Because a few people have asked about it in the comments, this is the MACD indicator which I use. It's called the traditional MACD, and it is found in the marketplace. So this top one is the one that comes default in MT4, and this one is the one that you get for free in the marketplace. It also provides these lovely divergence lines, as we can see. It's beautiful. To get it, just search for traditional MACD and it should come up. Now this is the first indicator I wanted to show you guys. This is called Maddash. I found it free on Forex Factory. I love this thing. Basically, this is the default settings. It shows all the currency pairs. It shows which ones are stronger and which ones are weaker. What it's doing is it's taking the 34 moving average and measuring how many pips away from the 34 moving average it is on every single time frame per currency. So this is gauged in the strength of the US dollar. As we can see right now, US dollar has been kind of weak on the higher time frames, but on the lower time frames, the 1 minute, it's been quite strong. So you have a potential scalping opportunity on US dollar pairs looking to take the reversal short again. We have currency strength across all the different time frames with various currencies labeled in how strong they are. So Euro CAD looks like it's been a particularly weak pair going very short, but it's been kind of long recently. So on the Euro CAD, we can see that it has in fact been very short and very powerfully short on the hourly. And we can see there's a pullback on the hourly, which would be very visible on the 1 minute, no doubt. If I can get it to work. There we go. There has been a pullback and it looks like a potential entry some stage setting up. Probably wouldn't look to take it right now. So as we can see, this is actually quite a powerful tool. Now, the really interesting thing is it is fully customizable. Okay, this is how customizable this particular indicator is. So the original setup I have is in the 1 minute to the 1 hour. So 1 minute, 5 minute, 15 minute, 30 minute, 1 hour. That was originally how it was designed. But you can definitely make it longer. Here we have the 1 hour, the 4 hour, the daily, and the weekly if you want to look for higher time frame setups. Or you could use the same time frame. This is using the period 1 moving average, so it is closing on closing price. That is what the EMA for 1 is. Then this is the 4, the 12, the 20, and the 50. So you can look for pullbacks as price dives back through the trading. So potentially we have a small pullback on the euro yen on the 4 hour. Here we can see on the euro yen, price does in fact look like it is pulling back on the 4 hour. It is in fact crossing the 4 period EMA and heading up to the 20 period EMA. So overall, I find Maddash to be an extremely useful indicator when it comes to finding trades. Totally recommend it. I found it quite difficult to learn, so I would encourage you to go read the blog post, which will be in the description. This is the Forex Factory blog post where I found this indicator. It is 191 pages long and has a ridiculous amount of information which you guys can scroll through and learn to use. There are lots of different ways to trade this strategy. I highly recommend it. Have a look into it. It even comes with its own alerts, which I personally do not use. But have a look, have a read. This indicator itself has saved me a lot of time. I strongly encourage you to use it to find entries. I really wanted to show you guys something else I used, which was sentiment. I love searching through sentiment. Here we are in my FX book, which shows the latest sentiment right now for what could potentially be good trades. I found, well, what I've been told and what I've read suggests that 90% of traders are wrong. So you go with what the minority does. So CAD yen would be a good one to take short. Aussie USD would be a good one to take long. Sorry, CAD yen would be a good one to take long, 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 and long. So if we duck across to the charts, I believe here on the charts on the Aussie USD, which we saw was a lot of traders were strongly short, we can see that price is going up quite strongly. In fact, it's kind of been up in an uptrend for a long time, and it suggests that it will continue to go up given sentiment. This is another sentiment indicator I have. It's basically also showing that the majority of people are selling, not buying. It does look like a good time to look for long trades, pullbacks and longs, which you could use the Maddash indicator to find, which is really cool. My broker also provides another particular market, another sentiment thing, which is available across many brokers for free. It shows Pepperstone's data. Here's a picture of it. I particularly like it because it allows me to see a change in sentiment over time. You can see that with the green line here. It's quite a good, useful one to have a look at. If you really want to get deeply into sentiment, I strongly recommend you check out fxssi.com. There's some really interesting things. A lot of their stuff is for free. However, a lot of their stuff is paid. It is not cheap. Do not even bother with the starter. You do not get any of the indicators. You got to go straight to pro, which I find really annoying. However, they do have some really interesting things. If you wanted to see stop loss clusters, like I mentioned before, this is stop loss clusters. It shows you where everyone's placing their stop losses. Where does people place their stop losses when they take an entry? If you're going short, above the previous high, bam, that's where they put them. Pinged out, and then it dropped. You can see lots of stop loss clusters getting pinged out through here. I found it quite interesting to look at this. Another indicator I found really interesting was the open order book. where everyone's placing their entry orders. You can see where all the buyers and sellers are putting buy stops and sell stops and all that, and who's winning and who's losing. The current ratio for sentiment across multiple different brokers. You got Alpari, Saxo, I don't know all of them off by heart, but they provide an average to give you which direction to actually trade. I find it quite useful. Strongly recommend them because they also provide some pretty cool free stuff, including this free support resistance stuff, which really highlights it when you're flicking between time frames. I do use that one, and I happen to like it. This news feed indicator, because quite frankly, I'm a and I often stumble into news events without realizing it. I don't check the news feed for some reason. So this indicator I've found helps prevent me from stumbling into major economic news, and it's free. Also, if you're heavily into volume, they do a really cool better volume indicator, which you can find elsewhere. They just happen to host it here as well. Have a look. I really recommend their free stuff, and their paid stuff looks wild if it's up your alley. If you're really interested in sentiment, these guys do some really interesting stuff on sentiment. They're a Forex channel I've just come across on YouTube. They are interesting, and they provide some interesting sentiment products. Have a look, see if it's up your thing. I thought I'd just throw that in there because I'm trying to provide value for you guys rather than just make a channel. Like, I really want to show what I'm finding interesting and stuff that can potentially, that I believe will help me trade better, but might also help you guys trade better. Thank you guys for watching my video. Hope you found it useful. I am trying to provide useful information for you guys so that hopefully you guys can become better traders. I've found personally that putting together this channel has really helped my trading and made me more profitable, which I am really grateful for. So I'm trying to pay it forward a little bit by putting more effort into my videos and making them better videos. Either way, I am strongly into sentiment, and I am strongly into looking for those pullbacks on those strong weak pairs. So I really thoroughly enjoy the indicators that I've shown you. I really like Maddash, and I really like looking at those sentiment indicators. Either way, guys, if you enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe. It means a lot to me. Thank you so much for watching.